This is my take on Cracker Barrel's Hashbrown Casserole. If you've ever had it, it's delicious. I guess a Southern staple. But I did a couple tricks to show you how to elevate your own Hashbrown Casserole. You got to stay tuned for those because it makes all the key difference in the world. This only takes a couple ingredients. Like I said, it's my take. I think it's delicious. It'll go with any protein as a side dish or perfect for breakfast. Add sausage, ham, green peppers, whatever you like to it. Make it loaded. But definitely stick around and see the tricks I have for you for a perfect hash brown casserole. So keep watching. Hi, here are the ingredients for hash brown casserole. I have my 8x8 pan. I sprayed it with some nonstick cooking spray. I'm using simply potatoes. If you're gonna shred your own potatoes for hash browns, you have to squeeze every bit of moisture out of them. If you buy them frozen, you still have to defrost them and squeeze every bit of moisture out of them. These are never frozen. That saves you a step and less work. But you'll need some cheesecloth, a lot of paper towel or whatever, but you don't want them wet. 1/3 of a cup of onion, a little bit of butter to melt to put in there. And I'm also going to saute those onions just for a little bit to take the rawness out. I've got some sour cream and some salt and some pepper. And I like a little Lawry's in mine. I'm doing a Copycat, and it's 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. I'm going to use a full bag. This is pre-shredded. I love Cracker Barrel hash brown casserole, so I had to come up with a way to make it. Oh, I forgot one of the main ingredients, cream of chicken soup. I'm going to use about 1/2 a can because the original recipe that I got from asking around and eating there and asking the person who cooked it, a 9x13, you would need 2 bags and you would need 2/3 of a can of the cream of mushroom soup. So I'm only going to go with 1/2. So anyway, my oven's at 375. Let me get everything set up. Let's get cooking. Okay, I've got my skillet on. I've got some of the butter in there. I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions just a little bit. I don't want them brown. I just want to take some of the rawness off of them. And this is part of the butter that goes into the hash brown casserole. Because one thing you'll notice different about this casserole, I have to show you when I'm making it, the trick to making it like Cracker Barrels, not necessarily the flavor, but the texture. There's a secret to it. And when I finally had to ask, I was shocked, but not really. But anyway, this looks like they're just about right. Like I said, I'm not trying to cook them totally, just take the rawness out, but actually they do not cook them at all. They put them in raw. And I'm trying to get my husband to eat these, and I don't think he will if he sees these raw onions in this hash brown casserole. Okay, I'm gonna be starting with the simply potatoes. And like I said, I'm just doing an 8x8, so I'm just doing 1 bag. And I'm going to go ahead and add the butter with the cooked onions. I'm going to add about 1/2 a can of cream of chicken soup. If you do 2 packages, they say use 2/3 of a can, and most people say, well, what the devil are you going to do with what the little bits left? I agree. That's a good question. You know, potatoes need a lot of salt. So you got to make sure you salt them. Now I like black pepper, so I put that in mine here at home, and I have it kind of on a coarse grind. And for almost all potatoes, I prefer just a little bit of seasoning salt. It's not so much for the saltiness of it, it's the flavor. And I'm going to add, let me get a different spoon for this, or fork. I'm going to add, this isn't a full 8 ounces, and I'm not going to add a lot. I'm just going to add about that much. Well, what the heck, I might as well make it all. I'm going to use the last of the sour cream in this. How can you go wrong with potatoes with sour cream? And I'm going to show you the secret to how Cracker Barrel gets it so crispy all the way through. And it's not just, gooey and cheesy, and it's all soft potatoes. I'm going to show you the trick to that. Very simple. Now you just want to mix this all together with the Lipton onion soup mix. And it would be better with grated sharp cheddar cheese, but my channel is all about quick, fast, easy meals and shortcuts and just how to make good food really fast. So you just want to make sure this is well mixed. Now here's the secret. Normally you would spoon this all in and pat it down. You don't want to do that. You want to spoon this in like so. You don't want to scoop it all in and take your spatula and pack this all in. That's my Alexa going off. I apologize. This helps the air circulate and you get crispier hash brown potatoes instead of mushy in the middle and crispy on top. Most people I work with, when we order breakfast, they always get their hash browns well done, which I really don't care for. They go a little bit too far, but I think you guys will like this. Now you noticed I put the full 2 cups of cheese on here because you don't put any cheese on top. What I got to do now is melt a little bit more butter and put the butter on top of here, and you bake this at 375 for 45 minutes uncovered. So let me grab the melted butter. Okay, and the other secret trick is you want to pour melted butter across the top. That helps the potatoes brown and crisp up in the oven and give you that crunchy topping and throughout. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the oven 375 degrees for 45 minutes uncovered. Come back and show you a delicious recipe for hash brown casserole that's kind of copycat of Cracker Barrel. There you have it, right out of the oven. I did put the broil on. I put it under broil for 5 minutes because you noticed I had it in the center of the rack of the oven. It wasn't up high. If it wasn't, but make sure you stay with it and do not walk away because you'll burn it. And the reason I did that, because you do want the crunchy topping. That's the whole purpose of this recipe. Use your own recipe, but definitely try removing all the moisture from your hash browns and scooping it in instead of, patting it down and smoothing it out so air can circulate. I think your family will really enjoy it. And let me get a closer shot so you can see what it looks like. Okay, for those of you who like the corners, nice and cheesy. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. More importantly, comment. I always respond to each and every one of my comments because I appreciate your time watching my videos. So let me tell you guys my joke. An old man goes to see a rabbi. Rabbi, something terrible is happening and I have to talk to you about it. The rabbi asked, "What's wrong?" The man replied, "My wife is poisoning me." The rabbi, very surprised by this, says, "How can this be?" The man pleads, "I'm telling you, I'm certain she's poisoning me. What should I do?" The rabbi says, "Look, I tell you what, let me go talk to her. I'll see what I can find out, and then I'll talk to you afterwards." A week later, the rabbi calls. "I spoke with your wife. I spoke to her on the phone for 3 hours. Actually, do you want my advice?" The man says, "Yes, anything. What can I do?" The rabbi replied, "Take the poison." That's sick. I thought it was kind of cute. But anyway, if you guys like these kind of videos, please like, subscribe, and share. If this is a copycat of Cracker Barrel restaurant. It's pretty much known in the South. It's usually off the expressways where they sell a lot of Southern dishes like greens and turkey and dressing, chicken and dumplings, stuff like that. But they're known for their hash brown casserole, which I love. Now, I cooked my onions ahead of time. If you like more of an onion flavor like myself, I would put them in raw or do half and half because I cooked it for my husband's taste because I don't think he's a big fan of finding onions raw in his food. We've been together 30 years. I don't think that would have gone over well. But I love potatoes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. French fries, any kind of way you can make them, I can eat them. So definitely give this a try if you like Cracker Barrel's casserole, hash brown casserole. And I showed you the trick. You want to space it out. You don't want to pack it all in really tight and smooth it out like a cake, because then you just got, if you cover it with cheese on top, it'll be ooey and gooey and cheesy throughout, which is fine. It just won't have any crunch or any crispness to it. And I like my hash browns to have some texture. So anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Hope to see you on the next one. And please comment, share. More importantly, comment and share. I love the comments. And I love when you share, it helps my videos see more people. So once again, God bless. Have a good evening.